right, here we are.
Here we are. What are you doing?
Getting ready to take off on our great loop. Finally. America's Great Loop. So here, you hold this flag. This is our new
AGLCA
burgee flag.
Burgee flag.
For our first time doing the Great Loop.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to take off our old burgee. My Mass Maritime Buccaneer flag is getting retired for now.
We're wearing our new AGLCA t-shirts with all the boat names of all the boats that are cruising in 2025 along the Great Loop. Our name is on it.
And how many did you come up with?
And I counted 463 boats.
Official.
It's official.
It's official. We're starting the Great Loop.
Welcome on board Valkyrie. We are Mark and Cynthia. In 2020, we sold everything to chase a dream, cruising America's Great Loop. Starting from Buzzards Bay, Massachusetts in May 2025, we set off on a once-in-a-lifetime journey exploring 6,000 miles of North America's waterways, canals, lakes, and rivers. We are inviting you to join us out here, somewhere on the water, and experience our loop right alongside us.
All right, so today's the day, finally, May 28th. And we're just getting ready to leave our first day cruising the Great Loop. A little behind schedule, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna fire these babies up. And we're gonna get rolling. Check the oil. All right, I'm gonna drive the boat from the lower helm today. And this is my power distribution for all the iPads. And separate GPS up here. All right, GPS is online. GPS is online. Navios. Aqua maps. We're here, Buzzards Bay in New Bedford Harbor in Buzzards Bay. We're going past Block Island up here to Fisher's Island. Okay, there's my route. All right, fired off the main engines. This is the upper helm station. Which I'm not going to be driving from today. Flow scan, fuel gauges if you would. Everything up here looks hunky-dory. Okay. Depth. Okay, how's the steering working? It's working alright, okay. Shifting. cameras are on. Okay. This is a clean energy wind turbine barge. Just came back into New Bedford.
Still May 28th, 2025. We're leaving on our great loop. Just gonna pull these lines off the mooring. I've already fed the line through, so all I gotta do is slip it through.
Thank you, Bayline, for the mooring for the last couple of weeks.
Thank you, Bob at Bayline, for having a mooring for us to stay at for the last 3 weeks. All right?
Yes, very appreciative.
That's it.
That's a busy morning. 6:50, May 28, Wednesday. And we're off on America's Great Loop. Welcome aboard, Valkyrie.
Recording.
Welcome to our Great Loop.
If you've made it this far into the video, I just want to take a moment and say thank you for joining us. And not every video is going to show this much detail as far as the prep work that goes into getting the boat ready to leave every day. But it is important that you follow all these steps and check your oil and check all your gauges and make sure everything is working before you leave. Every time you leave, even if we're going for a 5-minute trip across the harbor or a 5-hour trip out into the ocean, those are all steps that Mark, our captain, takes every time he gets behind the wheel of our floating home. Today is a great day for us. It's our first day on the loop, and we have been looking forward to this for years. What you're watching now is just a sped up video of us actually leaving New Bedford Harbor. New Bedford Harbor has been our home all winter. So stay tuned. We have a few more minutes of the video to start off our first episode of our loop adventure. And thank you again for joining us. Please like and subscribe. And as I said, not every video is going to have all this much detail. And it's pretty slow getting going. The excitement and the great vista views of our American waterways is soon to come. So stay tuned and stick with us. We appreciate you.
So it's roughly 9:30 in the morning, and we are off the coast of Seconic Point, just east of Newport. And we have this wind farm out here. Mark said he thought he heard that eventually there's going to be around 400 turbines out here. We have been cruising just shy of 4.5 hours. We are going along quite smoothly. Just off the coast of Point Judith. We've passed by Newport. We're cruising about 8 knots. And it's day 1 of our loop adventure. So, Captain, we're almost 4.5 hours in.
Yep, we're at Point Judith, Rhode Island. And I wish we were going a little quicker. Our ETA is 2 o'clock. Going 8.2 knots with the current. Usually we'd be going 8.5 knots with no current, so the boat is slow. Probably dirty propellers. Well, we got some growth on the bottom. Sure, we got growth on the bottom of the boat.
Well, we've been sitting all winter, so growth happens.
Oh, and it's not quite 58 degrees, and Captain Mark does not go scuba diving unless it's 58.
So you're not going down to clean the bottom yet.
And our last trip coming north, remember how we had that little clackety, 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 clack noise?
Yes.
And I thought was a line wrapped around the shaft, and it turned out to be the line cutters. There's 2 little plastic pads, and I replaced them last summer, and it was nice and quiet again. But now it's noisy again, so I'll probably have to replace those pads again.
Okay. Yes, if you have never followed any of our videos, you can take a peek at our 2 winter cruises that we did. And in those 2 winter cruises, we passed by here. So we probably won't be chatting a lot about our Buzzards Bay to New York adventure, because we've done it 4 times already, 5, including the day that we bought the boat. And we probably talked about what you just described in those videos with those issues.
Line cutters.
Yep.
Pain in the ass. If I can say that on camera.
Yes, you can.
Alright. Yeah, awfully expensive. They're delicate. I don't know if it's ever even been beneficial to us. If we've ever cut a line, I didn't know about it. Anyway, we have them. We try to maintain them. But I gotta go in the water and do a little maintenance as soon as I get clear water above 58.
So we're passing by Block Island, and there's this huge log floating. There's Block Island right there. Yeah. So what are you up to?
Running the boat at 80%. We run it kind of slow all day, and then at the end of the day we run it kind of hard. Clean it out.
Clean it out.
Gotta clean it out once in a while. I should clean it out all day, every day, but I can't afford 30 gallons an hour when you're only going 10 miles an hour.
Right on the spot. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The orange anchor marks the spot. And then we're going to take a picture of the position, and he will enter that into the anchor alarm. So tonight for dinner, night 1, we're doing a skillet dinner, and we're going to do sausage, onion, red pepper, zucchini, rice, and we're gonna throw in some diced tomatoes and throw it all in the skillet. Should be great. So here's our zucchini, that's 2 of them chopped up, red pepper, we're gonna throw in some chili powder, we've got some diced tomato with chilies inside, some brown rice. The recipe calls for long grain white rice, but I always cook with brown rice. And in here in our skillet, we have some ground sausage and onion. So we're gonna just combine all this stuff up, and we're gonna let it cook, and that will be dinner. Okay, toasting day 1. Day 1 of our great loop. Woohoo!
Woohoo! First day.
Gotta love a little root beer.
No root beer.
Nice job today.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Our Loop. Please like and subscribe and stay tuned because there's lots more to come. Thank you.